Hey everyone, welcome to your 2021 February tarot card reading. Thanks so much for being here. It's going to be a doozy. It's a big month. Not only do we have a Mercury Retrograde, but we have an Aquarius New Moon kind of falling in the middle of the month. We're ending it all off with a Virgo Full Moon. So there's a lot in store, a lot of transformation, of course. Let's just dive right in, and thanks again for being here. Hey Taurus, welcome to your February tarot card reading. I wonder if Taurus is really redefining who they are in the month of February. I think you're really going to be embracing your weird. I think you're really going to be embracing your more creative, visionary, innovative side. That side of yourself that's much more tied to emotion and intuition. When the Sun and Mercury meet on the 8th of February, and also when Saturn and Uranus square on the 17th, both of these aspects for you are deeply tied to you rethinking your work, your career, and your image. Okay? I think Taurus is tired of hiding a deeper, more empathetic side of themselves. I think you probably went through a situation that it could have broken your heart. It could have been a betrayal that sort of impacted your ability to trust freely. But there's a situation here in your past that I think almost molded you further into that stoic side of Taurus. Okay, because I'm seeing these two cards here. Well, let me tell you what you got first. So you got the King of Cups, the Emperor, Temperance, the Devil, Three of Swords, and the Knight of Pentacles. So these two cards here, the King of Cups and the Emperor, I see these both as you. And I see them as almost conflicting, but not necessarily, sides of yourself, okay? They're different parts of who you are. And I don't know if you can see, but do you see how the King of Cups is kind of just looking at this Emperor? But the Emperor is staring straight ahead, not even acknowledging the King of Cups. I immediately felt like the King of Cups is that side of you that I was explaining earlier. It's the creative and risk-taking and flexible side of Taurus. And it's looking at this more serious, stoic, assertive, of course, hardworking. Tauruses are always extremely hardworking. But it's looking at that side of yourself. And the King of Cups is almost saying, like, really? Like, can I be set free now? It's almost like the King of Cups is begging in a way to be set free, but the Emperor is not listening. And the reason why I said in the beginning that I think you're going to be embracing your weird is because the Aquarius New Moon on February 11th is going to push you to do just that. And I have this urge to say to you, Taurus, that I know you're the stable rock and you're kind of that person that people know that they can depend on, right? You're a provider. You're loyal. You're trustworthy. But you can still be all of those things, which I'm seeing as the Emperor. Not to say the King of Cups doesn't also have those qualities, but you can still be all of those things and also still be the King of Cups, right? And freely share your compassion and your empathy. I know you have it. I know that's who you are, but I think it's been stifled a little bit. And I want to tell you, Taurus, that just because you are that sort of rock in a lot of people's lives, who is dependable, and, you know, you don't often think of Taurus as super kind of changing as much as, let's say, like a Gemini would. Like, they tend to stay pretty stable. But that doesn't mean you're not allowed to change. I think you're going to start embracing that change and that growth, because I think there's this really profound side of you that's deeply intrinsically tied to your passion and where you find your creativity and your inspiration that is just really, really dying to be set free. And I think it's almost like this King of Cups has been caged with the Devil here. Like, that side of yourself has been under almost like lock and key. And I do think it's because of whatever happened here with whatever this Three of Swords is for you. I'm going to clarify it in a bit, but maybe you felt like you had to just be one thing for a while, and that's fine. You know, sometimes when we need to heal and reach that reach a more stable place, right, to live our everyday lives, sometimes that needs to happen, right? But there really is a balancing of these two energies, the King of Cups and the Emperor. Because the Emperor is, like, the Emperor has the exact same abilities and traits as the King of Cups, right? The Emperor is kind of a culmination of all of those archetypes. King of Cups, King of Swords. So the Emperor is, of course, capable of the exact same things that the King of Cups is. But for some reason, I'm seeing it as very stoic and very serious. So you are probably going to feel like you are coming to a more balanced temperament and a more balanced sense of yourself. And so there's also a Virgo full moon at the very end of the month on February 27th. And this means for you, for Taurus, that there is a huge focus on healing, but healing through your passions and through doing the things that are your creative outlet, right? So there's a whole lot of healing through this type of King of Cups energy. And I think Taurus is going to realize that they are now safe to share who they are and share this side along with their talents and all of their crazy, wild ideas. And I think you're going to do it really well, because I think you're going to do that and take these risks, but in a very grounded way, right? Like the Knight of Pentacles. The Knight of Pentacles is obviously the slowest moving knight in the deck, but the Knight of Pentacles knows exactly where they're headed, and they know without a shadow of a doubt that the outcome is going to be positive and it's going to be beneficial, because they've done all the hard work and they've thought of every possibility. So there's no way that it couldn't work out. And I love this energy for you, because I think you're going to be blending these two archetypes, and you're going to learn to take healthy risks, and risks that are tied to your passions. Your oracle cards were Inner Earth, You'll Survive This, New Solutions and Beginnings. And you also got the Seas of Mintaka, Seeing Potential, Bringing Unconsciousness to Light. Yeah, you see how it's this blend of earth and water energy? Like, look at those pictures. It's lush earth and greenery, but it's also this deep and profound waters. You're really, truly coming to this balance and this sense of yourself where you feel these two can coexist and are finally in harmony, I think. And I think that sense of harmony and that feeling of balance is going to have you feeling very optimistic for the future. And you're going to be able to move forward with the same purpose and certainty that the Knight of Pentacles has. Because it's like now you have both things and you're ready to go. It's like you were finally waiting to feel ready, in a sense, to maybe probably move past whatever this is. You're waiting and healing, which is wonderful, right? Sometimes we just do need time to make our peace with certain situations from the past that have caused us to not trust so easily, things that have broken our heart. But in you being fearless and not being afraid to be yourself, and maybe, it may be something some people aren't really used to seeing from you. I don't know why Tauruses are extremely creative and they have that more kind of mad scientist archetype to them usually. But not everyone sees that, of course. So even if it takes some people by surprise, don't let that stop you. You got as well, when I lean on the faith of the universe, peace becomes real. Yeah, I really do think you're moving towards peace. This Knight of Pentacles is looking straight ahead, and they are going to be successful, and it's because they feel so balanced. And they feel equipped for whatever they discover on their path, right? All right, I'm going to clarify some of these. I'm going to clarify. I'm going to clarify the Devil and the Three of Swords. These feel connected to me, so let's clarify them both. Devil and Three of Swords. Yeah. So you got the Five of Pentacles and the Eight of Pentacles. Did a situation from your past, did it kind of have you feeling left out and maybe even abandoned a little bit? I think Taurus, a part of the problem with maybe neglecting, let's say, or your more emotional side, I think a part of that is probably rooted in the fact that you felt like you had to maybe drown yourself a little bit in your work with the Eight of Pentacles, which isn't unheard of for an earth sign. I think often the earth signs, they drown themselves in their work and they border on workaholic as a means of distraction because they want to feel useful, and it's largely tied to who they are and their identity, right? But I think when this situation happened where you did feel a little bit abandoned and betrayed, I think you turned inward, and I think you relied on that emperor facade almost, where you wanted to just be seen as hardworking and useful and efficient, right? Which is, well, that's what you had to do, right? So there's nothing wrong with that at all. I think now it's just probably time to move forward, because I do think you've made your peace with this, right? Peace. You've made your peace with the situation, I think. And so you probably feel a lot more equipped and ready to finally be vulnerable and more open and show your true colors to the world. And if that means completely changing your career or accepting a new job, completely changing your wardrobe, that's fine. I think whatever you do choose, however it manifests in the real world, it'll be fine because you've thought about it, like the Knight of Pentacles, right? The Knight of Pentacles, the journey is always positive and successful. So I think you'll be fine. All right, Taurus, I'm going to leave it at that. Thank you so much for watching. I wish you an amazing February, and I'll see you next month.